soul card. You sure about that? Huh? You loaded. You sure about that? We're going to see what the South do to the North. This is Larry T. Thompson. What's your name, man?
Larry T. Larry Thompson.
Larry Thompson. I'm Rodney. I'm RJ. We put on the event. We got together and we tried to do something different. We've been trying to talk about it for years and years, so we finally put our heads together and brought it all to one place. Virginia Motorsport Park, thanks again for allowing me to do these things. Larry T.
Thank you. Let me be here too. I got the fast north cars and some way south cars after that. Let's get it on in. I bet you. Let's get it on in. I said I bet you. Let's get it on in. Hey, hey, hey. Bring on the dog. And bring the money out. Bring the Toyota. And you can bring the Ford. And bring the heavy Chevy. Hey, hey, I bet you. Let's get it on in.
Hey, look, for real, your love card will be my soul card. You sure about that? Huh?
Said I bet you. Let's get it on in. Hey, hey, hey. Get on in and run for the money. Let's stop all talk and put your money where your mouth is. Let's stop all talk.
See the crew working on DeHaven's car on the right side, doing a couple of last-minute adjustments. Kelly goes in and pre-stages. Kelly purging some more nitrous on the right side. All right, Kelly in the pre-stage beam, waiting on DeHaven to jump in. And DeHaven is in. Both cars pre-stage. There's Kelly's. Look at that pass by DeHaven. He runs a 407 with a 6, 175 miles an hour. All right, Duggan's taking his time. He's inching his way up. And Duggan's pre-stages first. There's Teachman in now. Both drivers waiting. Break the staging beam. Both drivers going at the same time. He's at the front end a little bit. He runs a 440 with a 3, 160 miles an hour. Two nice burnouts there. In the left lane, we've got Mark Hayes out of Bowie, Maryland. Now, Vanishing Point Race Cars helping out the 03 Chevy Cavalier. In the right lane is going to be Jamie Teachman out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. So they're going to push him back out. So the second Gotham City car with the Buck engine pulling out. They're going to go ahead and get Mark Hayes to go. He's pre-staged. Crew steps away from the car. Deep staging. He runs the 8th in a 429 with a 4, 175 miles an hour. And the big burnout in their right lanes by Brackett Vaughn out of Tappahannock, Virginia. Hoskins Creek Table coming to help it out. That's a 41 Willis that Vaughn's running. Left lane, the 95 Oldsmobile's running a 706 cubic inch Chevrolet engine. Sweet in that left lane out of Hughesville. Out of Hughesville, Maryland. All right, crews are opening up the door to the Oldsmobile in that left lane, airing it out, trying to get the smoke out. They've adjusted the wheelie bars. They've got Vaughn, his crew's in the back of the car, going to flip the switch. Working their way up. Remember, there is no deep staging in Quick 16. All right, Sweet goes in. Nope, that's his crew member's foot. All right, Vaughn, he's in first. He's pre-staged. Matthew Sweet making his way up. Still got to break the pre-stage beam. There he goes. All right, Sweet and Vaughn both pre-staged. Vaughn in the right lane is staged. Running the 8th mile quick 16. And Vaughn runs a 4:42 with a 3, 161 miles an hour. Sweet runs a 4:49 with a 1, 170 miles an hour.
Don't matter. It's ET that we're looking for. He runs a 4:10. Holy smokes.
All right, got Michael Matron out of Newport News, Virginia. Robin Hood in that 05 Grand Am. He's running a Steve Schmidt car. In the right lane, Bill Meadows out of Midland, Virginia, running the 92 Camaro. All right, Meadows in that right lane, cleaning out the smoke. Folks, back to more quick 16 racing action right now. You saw the big burnouts there. We got Maurice B. out of King George, Virginia. Cheeks Performance helping out that left-hand 98 Mustang. In the right lane, Charlie Crew out of Richmond, Virginia. CW Crew and Son Hauling helping out. It's a 95 T-Bird, so it's going to be blue oval, all blue oval, Ford versus Ford. We've seen some good runs here today. Terry DeHaven so far, low ET. A 4:07 with a 6, 175 miles an hour. Dwayne Silance coming in second with a 4:10. So some good runs already today. And Crew goes in. Now both drivers have to inch their way up, break the Steege beam, and there goes Crew. Crew's the first one in. There's B. Left lane runs a 5:26 with a 6, 137 miles an hour. Crew runs a 4:61 with a 5, 152 miles an hour. All right, another good set of burnouts there. In the left lane is going to be J.D. Goad out of Fairfield, Virginia. Goad's Body Shop, Primetime Race Cars, and James T. Davis Paint Center helping out. It's a 92 Chevrolet Lumina. In the right lane is going to be Keith Cox of Disputana, Virginia, in the Torco Race Fuels car on the Summit side, Goad on the Napa side. And Cox is the first one. He breaks the pre-stage beam. Going to wait on Goad to work his way in. The winner of the Quick 16 tonight will take home $2,000. Auto start timed out. J.D. Goad. Auto starts on. Drivers got to pay attention. Cox will run a 4:52 with a 6, 157 miles an hour. Goad's going to ease his way on down the track there. We'll wait for both cars to leave. Again, Terry DeHaven so far with that low ET of a 4:07 with a 6, 175 miles an hour. Dwayne Silance ran a 4:10. Silance out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. Mark Hayes ran a 4:29 with a 4, and then Bill Meadows with that 4:33 with a 9. All right. out of Yorktown, Virginia. Performance Automotive, Extreme Home Repair, County Auto Brokers, and Cousins Towing helping him out. It's a 68 Camaro. Right lane's going to be Chris Kroom out of LaGrange, North Carolina. All right, Kroom in that right lane, the first one to pre-stage, waiting on Keller. All right, Kroom is the first one to stage. Look at that. Wells already pre-staged, waiting on Ferguson in that left lane. Again, running 8th mile quick 16 cars. Ferguson stage there. Left lane runs a 5:07 with a 0, 133 miles an hour. Right lane runs a 5:56 with a 0, 155 miles an hour. Looking at the bump right now, it's a 5:26 with a 6 to get into the 16-car field. So far, we've been through 20 cars. Be 22 on the line now. Right lane got Chuck Charter out of Rixieville, Virginia. CNC Grading and Equipment helping him out. That's a white 1988 Pontiac Trans Am. All right, Charter working his way up. All right, Charter works his way up as pre-stage, waiting on that left-hand car to bump his way in. All right, and both the driver in the left lane goes ahead and stages. He shuts it down. Right lane runs a 4:53 with a 3, 155 miles an hour. Right time for the burnout. That's Pat Bennett in the right lane out of Forest, Virginia. Pat Bennett race cars helping out the 1963 Corvette. The left lane is Jesse Grant Jr. out of Chesapeake, Virginia in the Chevrolet. Now the bump for the 16-car field has now been moved to a 5:09. All right, both drivers making their way up now, and Pat Bennett in the right lane is the first one to pre-stage. There's Jesse Grant Jr. pre-stage. Grant goes in staged. Bennett working the inching its way up. There we go. Both drivers get a wee bit squirrely. Jesse Grant runs a 4:78 with a 5, 131 miles an hour. Pat Bennett runs a 4:67 with an 8, 118 miles an hour. Michael Matron. And now Carl Wall sits on the bump spot at 5:02 and 6. Doing the big burnout in that right lane is going to be Todd Merritt out of Manassas, Virginia. All right, Todd Merritt works his way in. He's pre-staged. Now he's staged. Here we go. Merritt can make his way down. Nice and smooth. Mark Hayes a 4:29. Makes a good top 3. right, Zev Artis. All right. He's running a 99 Monte Carlo. He's staying. Here we go. He keeps it nice and straight, runs a 442 with a 163 miles an hour. So now that right lane got Henry Buckner out of Rixieville, Virginia in the 05 Cobalt doing the burnout. All north versus south cars. This is the first call to let you know you will run on time. Up and getting ready. We will call you to the lanes. Again, north versus south cars, please begin getting ready. We'll be calling you to the lanes shortly. You will run on time. He's working his way up now. He's pre-staged. And then he's out. All right, he'll coast on down past the line. We want to welcome you to the second in a 6 series of events with RJ Productions. Tonight it is the North versus the South. We are ready for some show, heartbeat, and stomping music and some fast cars, are we not?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Starting off the lineup, the lovely, the beautiful, the wonderful Dee Dee from KISS FM. Welcome to Virginia Motorsports Park. Y'all didn't clap or say nothing when I started talking.
How's everybody doing? Y'all ready for some fast cars? All right, well, it's on your way. I love fast stuff, so this is right up my alley. I want to thank you guys for listening to KISS FM. Don't forget, I do have KISS Cash cards with me down here. So if you don't have one, see me over at the stage later. I'll make sure you get one because the money is going up to $1,000 if I call you and you just answer the phone. I say yes to KISS. Anybody want me to call him?
Come on, call, baby.
All right, well, listen out, and that could happen.
All right, thank you, Dee Dee from KISS FM. Folks, absolutely amazing what Rodney Jones can do, but Rodney Jones, just for you all, has brought in the Goodyear blimp. Coming overhead, in fact, is the Goodyear blimp. Rodney called up Akron, Ohio, and said, hey, I need the blimp for the North versus South shootout, and it is time for Rodney and Larry to talk schmack.
Well, Ryan, we'd like to appreciate y'all coming out. I'm Jones, I'm Rodney Jones, and I'm from the South, and we're going to see can we take care of the North. Larry, what you going to do?
How you doing, fans? I'm Larry Thompson from Custom Tees of DC. I'm from the North. We're here to take out the South cars. Thank you for coming out.
Without you fans, we could not have this event. We do appreciate you coming to Virginia Motorsports Park. Now we'd like everyone to stand and remove your hat as Reverend Bob Diggs, a familiar face and racer here, leads us in prayer. Please remain standing as the Goodyear blimp flies over and Alicia Manson will sing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Bob Diggs.
Let us bow for a word of prayer. Dear God, we thank you for this blessed day. We ask now that you bless every individual here, bless every household represented. We ask, oh God, that you bless mothers everywhere on this Mother's Day weekend. We thank you for perfect weather. We ask now that you bless with the joy of safe racing. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let everybody shout amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Alicia Manson will step forward and she will give us our national anthem. We're proud to have you at Virginia Motorsports Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last
gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous plight, o'er the ramparts we watched, was so gallantly gleaming. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. God be the glory.
Without a doubt, one of the prettiest versions we've ever heard. Break the music. Break. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time to welcome to the microphone the man, the myth, the legend, the mayor of Ettrick, the mouth of the South, the one, the only, the Super Chevy champion himself. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rock Bates.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As Huggy Lowdown on 99.3 might say, what's the deal, my pickles? Is everything kosher? And let me tell you, as y'all can see, these cars ain't for no shiggity, because when they come round, they gon' do what diggity. And let me tell you, heaven must be missing some angels right now, because y'all can see all around me what type of automobile got to go down this quarter mile. And let me tell you, cut the music down, so I can tell everybody what's going down and how it's gonna be at BMP with me. My man Rodney Jones is rushing me on, so I got to get down with no thrills attached. All right, coming to you right away. And let me tell you, the day is the day. We're gonna bring North versus the South, and as you see, the high-dollar automobiles, and they gon' thrill you to death today. All right, getting down on the car scene today. Out of Culpeper, Virginia, a 1988 Pontiac Trans Am with 632 cubic inches of Eagle Racing engine, nitrous oxide down to the max, with a 2-speed power glide transmission, sponsored by CNC Grading and Equipment, owned and driven by Mr. Chuck Carter in the right lane. He's going up against.
Right now, I'm here talking to Mr.
Kenny Ferguson.
Kenny Ferguson. Where you from, Kenny?
Spotsylvania.
Spotsylvania, Virginia. Now, Kenny, we out here got some high-dollar, high-class automobiles out here today, but I know it just didn't start this way. Can you go back? I don't know how old you are, but can you flash back a few years or two? Well, what kind of car did you first start out with?
I had a '68 Nova, wheel standing Nova.
Notice he said, wheel standing Nova, up in the air like he don't care. That's what Kenny Ferg is all about. But today he done calmed it down. Hopefully he will keep it on the ground because he got some behind the kick. And you say a 68 Nova.
One system.
What was it turning, you remember?
It weighed about 3,300 pounds, and it had a 427. It wasn't like 560.
What? Hey, man, I've been up a long way. And what kind of car you got today?
2005 Grand Am.
From a Nova to a Grandish Am. And they go Pontiac, yak, 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 yak. Hey, Kenny. Hey, man, the day is nice, the weather's nice. Hopefully everything will go your way, and we will see this evening. Out of Spotsylvania, Virginia, a 2005 Pontiac Grand Am, 765 cubic inch Charlie Buck racing engines, 3 stages of the nitrous oxide, the drug juice, with a 2-speed power glide Wayne Rogers transmission, sponsored by First Class Roofing, owned and driven by Mr. Kenny Ferguson in the left lane. All right, Charter, are you right? Let's get it on. When they back them up, what they gonna do with them? That's what I'm talking about. They gonna do when they bring them back to you. What they gonna do with them cars when they bring them back around? Hey, put them in the light. Put them in the light. That's what I'm talking about tonight. All right, out of sight at BMP. Didi Renee.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's right. Look at her covering up her face with that smoke. You got to breathe. You got to breathe, young lady. You got to breathe. Nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide everywhere. Ferguson in the left lane. Ferguson in the left. Charter in the right. Ferguson in the left lane, a north car. Charter in the right, running for the south. Now y'all keep tabs on how many cars beat from each side. The north is in the left lane, the south is in the right. North versus the south. First time for this type race here at VMP, and I'm so glad. The North takes the win, a 685 going up against a 712. 685 for the North, a 712 for the South. Write that down, mark it down, so when we come back around, everybody gonna know who did it to who. All right, Mr. Jones, RJ, are you ready? Out of Suffolk, Virginia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, rock base the mouth of the South one more time. The North versus the South. Beautiful day. Hopefully everything will go our way. And right now I'm with one of our South contestants. And who am I with today?
Zeb Artist.
Zeb Artist. Where you from, Zeb?
Suffolk, Virginia.
Suffolk, Virginia, Zeb Artist. And like I say, the caliber and the type of automobiles we have out here today are top of the line. But I know we didn't start out this way. Hey, Zeb, can you flash back a couple of years? What kind of car did you start out with racing down the drag strip?
Well, I started out with a 1967 Camaro with a set of superstock springs we put up under it. Started out with a little 350 Chevrolet, ran about 11, 20s. A little 4-speed. I was a 4-speed man for a while.
There you go. Hey, most of the guys I had in here ain't quite my age, but in the good old days, that's what it's all about. The push and pull, 4-speed, automatic. You had automatic. Ain't nobody had no automatic. Ain't nobody had no converters back then. But you better believe that 4 speeds was a good time.
4 speeds was a good time. A lot of work, but a good time.
Thank you. And now 4-speed in a car take a whole lot of money because you're going to tear up everything that's in them. I don't know why back then, like you say, most cars were 4 speeds, but we didn't have a whole lot of problems, man. We were getting down the line, popping clutches. And now it takes so much money. I don't know what it was or the type of tires they had back then. But you notice any difference today?
Yeah, the level of competition changed. Making more horsepower. It's like this motor I got now. It's a Billy Albert motor. It's making 1150 on the motor. Things you dump about 2 more stages of nitrous to it. So the chassis got to be a little bit different, and tires and gear ratio and the whole 9 yards. So the whole level of competition
He
changed.
said he don't go to the juice. That's what I'm talking about, nitrous oxide. Hey, man, glad you're here today. Hope everything go your way. Rock Bates and Zeb Otis coming to you. A 2005 Chevy Cavalier built by Jerry Haas. 632 cubic inch Billy Albert built Chevy motor with 2 stages of nitrous oxide. A 2-speed power glide transmission built by Wayne Rogers. Sponsored by Albert Racing Engines and Z Otis. Owned and driven by Mr. Zeb Otis, a.k.a. Quick Draw. That's right, quick draw in the right lane. He's going up against in the left lane for the north. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rock Bates, the mouth of the South, and this is May 10, and I'm here with a friend, and this is the North versus the South. Beautiful day today. The weather's holding up nice, and right now I'm here with Mr.
Stuart Williams.
Stuart Williams. Where you from, Mr. Williams?
Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Fredericksburg, Virginia. In the house, one of our North cars. What kind of car did you start out with before you got to the big leagues?
I started out with a 67 Chevrolet Nova.
67 Nova, popular year. Did you drag race that car?
Drag race that car, yes, sir.
Yeah, so now you done started to step it up a little bit.
We're trying.
Right, who's the driver of your car?
Ralph Pipsqueak Duggins.
Ralph Pipsqueak gonna be behind the wheel, but it ain't gonna be no big deal because when they come to the line, they gonna kick somebody's behind. Hey, Mr. Williams. Glad you're here today, man. Hope everything go your way. And as you know, we're just gonna pull the names out of hat, and you can bet. Hopefully you will set somebody's behind on fire today.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Right.
Spotsylvania, Virginia. 1892, a Chevrolet Camaro with 632 cubic inch of by Buck Racing engine. 632 cubic inches of Chevy motor built by Buck Racing Engines. A Wayne Rogers Power Glide transmission. 3 stages of nitrous oxide. Sponsored by Mr. T's Custom Tees, Pro Trucks, and Williams Concrete. Owned by Mr. Stuart Williams, driven by Ralph Duggins, a.k.a. Pipsqueak. We got Pipsqueak in the left for the north. We got Zeb Otis in the right for the south. Are you ready on the south? Ready on the north? Let's get it on. Shut up. That's what we got to do. The North versus the South. What we going to do? What we going to do? We going to put them in the lights. Put them in the lights. That's what it's all about tonight at VMP. Nitrous oxide in the air. Nitrous oxide being sprayed everywhere. All right, it's time. It's time. What we going to do? What we going to do when they come up here? We're going to put them in the light. Put them in the light. That's what it's all about tonight. Y'all heard what the crowd said. Put them in the lights. Put them in the lights.
The north in the left lane, the south in the right. We gonna get down out of sight tonight. Put them in the lights. Put them in the lights. Don't be scared. Put them up there. Put them up there. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. Y'all keep me straight now. I'm thinking that's 240 what? And how many what is out? What can I say? What can I say? But we ain't finished. The day ain't over yet. Because you can bet that the rest of these cars going to set the track on fire tonight. All right. Out of Oxon Hill, Maryland.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rock Bates, the mouth of the South, is here today. And this is still the North versus the South. You hear all that noise out there? But that's one of the cars on the show today, and he's going to bring it your way. But right now, I'm in the booth up here, and I'm talking, what's your name, sir?
Edward Thomas.
Talk loud into that microphone right there.
Ed Thomas.
Ed Thomas. Where you from, Ed?
Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Oxon Hill, Maryland, Ed Thomas. Now, we up here with some high-dollar technology. The type of cars that are coming to your way today are out of sight. But I'm pretty sure Dr. Ed didn't start out at the top of the hill. What were you crawling with back in the day, Ed?
We started out with a 59 Pontiac, went to a 64 GTO.
Oh, stop right there. You started out with a what?
A 59 Pontiac.
A 59 Pontiac, yak. I done been up here and I done heard a whole lot of folks talking about a whole lot of cars, but I ain't never heard nobody start out with a 59 Pontiac. Now, what were you running with that car?
Well, that was just a street car, just something I rode around in and just played around
What
with.
size motor was in that?
321.
Pontiac.
Yeah.
Straight ship or automatic? Automatic Pontiac, one of a kind, ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you. But today he's up here with a what kind of car?
64 GTO.
A 64 GTO, and he's going to bring it your way the rest of the day, and we're going to get down this quarter mile in style. Hey, Ed, Rock Bates, man, the mouth of the South, glad to meet you. Well, so far, everything is working out good, and hopefully the day go your way. But no matter who names it, oh, excuse me. No, I'm getting back to Ed. Kind of scared me there for a minute. No matter who name they pull out the hat, you going to set what?
We'll try to set them on fire.
That's what I'm talking about. Over.
1964. That's right, a 64 Pontiac GTO. 128 cubic inch Bob Mack Chevy motor with 2 stages of nitrous oxide. A 4-speed Linco transmission owned by Ed and Lindsey Thomas, driven by Ed Thomas, driving the Pontiac called the Thunder Goat. And in the right lane, out of Disputana, Virginia.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rock Bates, the mouth of the South here again with the North versus the South. And right now I'm sitting with
Keith Cox.
Keith Cox. Where you from, Keith?
I'm Disputana.
Disputanta, Virginia. Keith Cox, one of our South cars for the day. Now, the cars that are up here today, let me tell you, out of sight, high-dollar automobiles. But that ain't going to be no big deal because they're going to give you a thrill today up here at this event. Now, I'm pretty sure you didn't start out with a caliper, a car like this. Don't know how old you is, but can you recollect when the first kind of automobile you started running down this quarter mile?
I think it was my dad's car, and I don't think he knew much about it.
Was that on the racetrack or around the street?
No, that was around the street.
What kind of first race car did you have?
I had a 10-second Camaro, a back half Camaro, 67 Camaro.
67 Camaro in the day. That's all right. What kind of speeds were you running with that?
I was running 10 seconds, 10 and a half seconds.
Okay, that's all right. So then as time went on, you just started to step it up.
That's right. More and more money, more and more time.
That's what it had to dig deeper. And let me tell you, what he got out here today gonna give you a thrill when it come to the line. Hey, Mr. Cox, glad to talk to you, glad to meet you. The weather's holding up, and hopefully everything will go your way today.
Yes, sir.
Because whoever they bring to the line, what you plan on doing?
We're gonna give them the A game, and I hope they brought theirs.
Right on. a 1999 Pontiac Firebird with 632 cubic inch power racing engine motor, nitrous oxide to the max, a 2-speed power glide transmission, a 5,000 ATI converter, sponsored by Tom Tillman Race Cars, owned and driven by Mr. Keith Cox. Hey Keith, are you ready? Thunder Goat, are you ready? Let's get it on. I'm sorry for being down so long, but as y'all can see, we had to do what it had to do in order to get the cars through, and I'm sorry that it took so long, but now you see the smoke is in the air, and we're gonna bring them to you like we just don't care. Everybody standing around. I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that, but this is the North versus the South, and we're back putting fire to the track. And right now I'm here today with
Mark Reese.
Mark Reese. Where you from, Mark?
Dinwiddie, Virginia.
Dinwiddie, Virginia. Now, Mark Reese is one of our South cars that are running today. But like I say, high-dollar automobiles up here today to give you a thrill. But I know he didn't start out driving no kind of cars like this. Can we flash back on when you first started drag racing?
I had a 68 Camaro with box tube car.
68 Camaro. What kind of times was that turn? You remember?
Run 1040s.
Started out 1040s. And gradually inched your way up.
Yes, sir.
Dug down in that pocket.
Deep in that pocket.
Now what I'm talking about, the type and caliber of automobiles up here today are out of sight, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to bring them to you a little later on when we get down this quarter mile. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back on the force. That nitrous is in the air. I know they were getting pretty dark and pretty dew is starting to fall, but let me tell you, these cars are here for business, and that's just what they'll do. They're starting them up in the back so they can put heat in the motors. Put them in the lights, put them in the lights. One more time tonight. That's Gotham City. Gotham City spraying their nitrous oxide. Gotham City in the left lane for the north. Mark Reese in the right lane for the south. Gotham City Batman in the left-hand side. Reese in the right lane. We gonna get it together. We gonna get it together. A 726. The North puts a 726 on the board. Oh my goodness. As longer we go in the night, the faster the car's gonna run. And we gonna give you some of that good run. That's what it's all about. All right. Who we got? Who's running next? Chris Kroom and Tony Mangram. Chris Kroom and Tony Mangram. And right now I'm here with Mr.
Chris Kroom from LaGrange, North Carolina.
Chris Krooms from LaGrange, North Carolina. What kind of car you got today, Chris?
I got a 1968 Jerry Bickle built Camaro. It's a 2006 model car. Been running it 2 years now, and still getting good service out of it.
What? Now you got a what year car?
1968 Camaro.
68 Camaro?
Yes, sir.
Hey, 68 Camaro in the house, old school, but you better believe he got some brand new parts up under that hood. I done talked to him a little earlier, and let me tell you, these 68s won't build this way. Do you hear what I got to say? Chris, what kind of car did you start out with?
Believe it or not, I started out driving a Vega wagon. I think it was like a 76 Vega wagon. I bracket raced with that car. It run maybe 720s. That was probably 18 years ago, and just steadied over the years.
Wait a minute, there's 720s. This 8th man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
okay, scared me. They started out going 720. Right on, 8 mile racing.
8 mile racing, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, and just steady over the years, progressed up with faster bracket cars, and two of my good friends, Bailey Suggs and Bob Smith, decided to get into this pro mod racing, and we've been friends for a lot of years, and they decided to give me a chance driving the car, and we've had nothing but good times ever since.
That's what it's all about, having good times ever since, and today it ought to be a good day, a bright day, and we're going to bring everything your way. That's right, rock-based, the mouth of the South, and I'm here with Mr.
Chris Kroom.
And we're going to bring it to you all day long. And what's your name, sir?
Tony Mangram.
Tony Mangram. A lot of people pronounce that Magnum, but it ain't Magnum, it's Tony Mangram. You heard the man pronounce it correctly, and we're going to bring it to you today so y'all can see how it's going to be on the line. Mr. Mangram, the cars and the caliber of type of cars we got out here today are top of the line, but I'm pretty sure you didn't start out this way.
Oh, no.
What kind of automobile you started out with? Talk up loud so that microphone can pick you up, because we want to know where you was to where you at today.
1965 Comet with a 289 and it with a 4-speed, running 12s.
A Comet? Nah, boy, I ain't even talked to nobody that had a Comet, man.
Yep, 65 Comet, 289.
With a foot. I had another guy in here earlier, like I say, in the day, odd days, automatics weren't even thought of. 4 speeds was the way it go, and I remember them with a passion and a Comet. You always been a Ford, man?
Always. My first car was a 55 Chevrolet, but it never made it to the street. It was sitting in the backyard. I was 15.
Something to work on.
And I found an old Comet. That's what I started with. On the street. And then it turned into a race car.
Right. Hey, that's what it's all about. Man, that done came up from the roots. That's right, from that pushing poor 4 speeds to what he got today. And a little later on, we're going to show you what Tony Mangram done brought to the plate today. Hey, Tony, you ready to run these North guys today?
Hey, I'm ready to go.
We're going to put your name in the hat and go pull out. Don't nobody know who's going to run who, but are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready
Rock
as
Bates and Tony Mangram in the house. You're going to see the smoke fill the air. The reason for the young ladies, the reason y'all see that smoke, they got to get these tires hot. The hotter the tires, the better they stick. And when they get down this quarter mile, when they leave the line, they don't want to be spinning all the way down. They want to leave out that line. The burnout. That's why you call it the burnout, because you got to get those tires hot. And as I said, that's what they do. The hotter the tires, when they come to that line, the better they stick, because they don't want to spin. They don't want to be doing this and that. They want them tires to grab and get down and get away just as they can. Chris Kroom versus Tony Mangram. Chris Kroom in the right lane. Tony Mangram in the left lane. The North versus the South. The South is in the left lane. The North is in the right lane. Who got the lead so far? Y'all been keeping count? Do y'all know who done did what to who and when and where? That's what it's all about. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Put him in the lights! Put him in the lights! All right. Tony Mangram in the left lane, Chris Kroom in the right lane. Ladies and gentlemen, put him in the lights! Put him in the lights! Goodness, oh, yeah. Boy, they is getting down this track tonight. I do believe that's another win for the... You can see a 670 on the board. All right, coming to you, out of King George, Virginia. Right now, I'm here talking to Mr.
Maurice B.
Maurice B. Where you from, Maurice?
King George, Virginia.
King George, Virginia. Now, Maurice is down here today, one of the North cars. Just to get a few questions in, what kind of car did you start out with?
I started with a 79 Mustang, all four powered, of course, and just tried to do a little bracket racing, and that just wasn't fast enough for me, so I got into the heads-up stuff and been running heads-up stuff for over 13 years now.
Now, you notice how he said all Ford. So evidently this must be a Ford guy coming down the North. And you got an all Ford car today?
Yes, sir. Just have one little power glide in it that we don't want to talk about, but that is the weakest link.
All right, Mr. Maurice Bay, and he's with us today, and y'all just heard what he had to say. Hey, Mr. Bay, I'm glad you're here today, and hopefully everything will go your way, North versus the South. Thank you.
Thank you.
A 1998 Ford Mustang, 818 cubic inch Ford shotgun Hemi motor, built by Charlie Buck Racing Engines, nitrous down to the max with 2 stages, a 2-speed power glide transmission built by Rogers Automotive, sponsored by Cheeks Performance, owned and driven by Maurice B. And in the left lane, out of Jacksonville, North Carolina, a 1968 Jerry Bickle-built Camaro, 738 cubic inches of Charlie Buck-built motor, 3 stages of nitrous, 2-speed, sponsored by Buck Racing Engines, Silance Hog Farms, owned and driven by 2-time IHRA Dwayne Silance. Hey, Dwayne Silance. All right, we getting them down. That's King George in the right lane, Maurice B. And in the left lane, Dwayne Silance, 2-time IHRA World Champion. 2-time IHRA World Champion in the left lane. And we got Maurice Bay in the right lane. North versus the South. All right. Dwayne Silance in the left lane is running for the South. We got Maurice B in the right lane for the North. A world 2-time champion in the left lane going up against Maurice B in the right lane. The North versus the South. What we gonna do? drove back in it. That's what I call driving that automobile. That's what I call getting it down there tracking a real big thrill. That's what it's all about. That was another north wind. That was a win for the north. All right, coming to you. We're running them right fast. Out of Chesapeake in the right lane.
Here with Jesse Grant.
Mr. Jesse Grant. Where you from, Jess?
Chesapeake, Virginia.
Chesapeake, Virginia. Now, Jess, these cars out here today are big-time automobiles. Ain't no joke kind of cars, but I'm pretty sure you didn't start out in the big leagues. Can you flash back down to how old you is? But can you go back just a little bit away? What kind of car you remember starting out with?
70 Chevelle back in the 70s.
In the street machine 70 Chevelle. So you've been drag racing for a pretty good while?
Yes, since 1970.
70 Chevelle drag racing. What kind of motor was in that, you remember?
454 open chamber.
So back in 1970, that came with the 454.
The 454 open chamber was off the street engine. The closed chamber motor, that's what it came with.
Okay, 454. Now back in 1970, that's in the performance days. Was that an automatic or a straight shift car?
Straight stick.
Back in the days, as Jesse said, I remember them days. Flash back to me so y'all can see everything back then was push and pull until it came to the automatics with the converters. Hey, Jesse, so glad you're here today. Hope everything go your way. It's a bright day. And what you think you're going to do today?
I'm going to represent the South.
Represent the South, Jesse Grant. A 2002 Chevrolet Cavalier with 738 cubic inches motor, nitrous down to the, with 4 stages of nitrous, a 2-speed power glide transmission, sponsored by Tom Tillman. Jesse Grant, the Grant brothers in that right lane running for the South, the Grant brothers, but in the right lane, in the left lane out of Bowie, Maryland. I'm with
Mark Hayes.
Mark Hayes. Where you from, Mark?
Bowie, Maryland.
Bowie, Maryland. Mark Hayes is one of our North 6-second or better cars, I'm pretty sure, and he's down here today so to kick somebody's behind on time when they come to the line. But Mark, the car, the caliper, and the type of cars that we got out here today are out of sight. But did you start out with this caliper, or what come some of them roots that you came from in drag racing?
Oh no, I started with a 70 Nova that I got out of I'm screwing up now. Auction, Montgomery County auction. It was a old grandmother's car, 6-cylinder, bench seat. Went from there. That turned into a 600-inch motor that I raced Pro Street with.
What?
And from then, you guys have probably seen my Monte Carlo I had down here, an orange one.
Monte Carlo. What year Monte Carlo?
99.
99. So you went from a Nova.
Right, racing Pro Street.
Pro Street Nova to a Monte Carlo.
Right, with a 706.
706. So you've been halfway pretty fast most of the time.
Yeah, well, I started out, it was only running 12-0, something like that.
Yeah, my kind of guy, that's right. Started out in the 12, a regular street racer, yeah. But he would bring it to the drag strip and have some good times. But let me tell you, we're going to see a little later on what he done progressed. He done stepped it up. He done dug down deeper. And then he's running up high. And we're going to see how fast he can go today because one of the North guys, name going to be pulled out of the hat to run one of these South guys. Hey, Mark, do you think you can do it?
I don't think there's nobody on the grounds here who can beat me.
My man is the head. We done heard what he had to say, and now we're going to see what he's going to do today when he bring it your way. A 2003 Cavalier with 738 cubic inches with 4 stages of nitrous oxide. Our 4-speed Lincoln transmission, sponsored by Vanishing Point Race Cars, owned and driven by Mr. Mark Hayes, a.k.a. The Truth. That's right, The Truth. Mark Hayes, The Truth, in the left lane. And Jesse Grant, the Grant brothers in the right. We got Mark Hayes for the north in the left lane. Jesse Grant for the south in the right lane. Let me tell you, 2 high-dollar automobiles, which all of these cars are high-dollar automobiles. Mark Hayes in the left lane made a statement to me that he don't think there's a car on the track today that can whip him in this grudge run scene. But Jesse Grant got another thing on his mind. Oh, look, hey, Hey, calm it down. Calm it down. Did y'all see just what happened at the end of the track? Got fire jumping up everywhere. But that's what you do when you spray that nitrous oxide. That's what it do when you spray that juice. Look at Mark Hayes. Mark Hayes, he's spraying that nitrous oxide everywhere. Jesse Grant over there. What's going on? What's going on? Jesse Grant in the right lane. Mark Hayes for the north. Jesse Grant in the right for the south. Jesse Grant for the south in the right lane. Mark Hayes running for the north in the left lane. Let's see who gonna do it to who. We got to clear out the fence. We got to clear off the rails. Everybody move back past the line. Put them in the light. Put them in the light. Did you see their cars? They went this way, they went that way, but they stayed down the straight and narrow. They got down that 1,320 feet, and Mark Hayes did beat Jesse Grant. The north that takes another win. Oh yeah, we got a swinging replacement. That's right, taking the place of Booth Trucking is Michael Matron. That's right, Steve Smith's automobile. Michael Matron driving a car belonging to Dave Woodard. That's a Cutlass Oldsmobile, but that ain't no big deal, because he gonna thrill you tonight going up against Bert Jackson. What's your name, sir?
Bert Jackson.
Where you from, Bert?
Glen Allen, Virginia.
Bert Jackson out of Glen Allen, Virginia, one of our South cars today. Now, like I say, the cars that we got out of there are on the upscale, but I'm pretty sure Mr. B. Jack didn't start out with these kind of cars out here today. Can you flash back? I know you're about older than I am, the older. Can you flash back? What kind of car did you really start out with?
We started out with a 68 Camaro, street car my brother had, and then we went to Nostalgia Pro Stock 68 Camaro, and came up with, with the name Teal Green, because the painted car all green.
Mm.
So we came up with the name Teal Green, and we've been running that for the last 15 years.
15 years. So in other words, you kind of young, I'm pretty sure you are, as far as I'm concerned, But you didn't start out in the 4-speed days. You started out, you had automatics and all.
Yeah, we started out automatic power. No, we started out with a 4-speed car.
4-speed car.
Then we went to the automatic power glide.
Right, like I say, a lot of guys that I talked to today, they started out in the old days, 4 speeds was the way to go. But then they stepped up the program, the automatics. They started putting the converters in them and all like that. And that's where we at today, because you better believe 4 speeds will tear some stuff up. And I believe we'll tear it up. But anyhow, Bert, you think you're going to do pretty good today?
Yeah, we think we'll do pretty good. We ran last weekend and went 644, 219, but we had some problems. So, I mean, if we come down here with the track being as good as it is, we should run 640s.
Y'all heard it out of Bert Jackson's mouth. Rock Bates and Bert. Hey, Bert, glad you're here today, man.
Thank
Hope
you.
everything go your way. The day looking pretty good, and over and out. Bert Jackson, the Pro Stock car. That's what I call heating them up. That's what I call putting the rubber to the ground. Let the smoke fill the air like he don't. Woodard! What's up, Woodard? The owner of the Oldsmobile right here. He don't need no long burnout. He don't have to smoke them that far, but he is ready to put them down. He is ready to put them down. Introduce. All right. We're going to put them in the lights, and let's get down this track tonight. We got to get them on through. We got to get them down as quick as we can while the air is going to last. We're trying to do the best we can. That's right. We got Bert Jackson in the right lane running for the south, and we got Michael Matron Left lane running for the north. Steve Smith's built automobile. Let me tell you, high dollar cars. That's what we've brought to you all night long. All right, the North versus the South coming to you tonight. We're going to see, this is the last run for the North versus the South. Have y'all been keeping tally? Do y'all know how many cars done won? Do y'all put them in the lights? Put them in the lights! That's what it's about tonight. We're going to bring it to you out of sight. This is the last run in the Grudge Run series for the North versus the South. Who going to do it to who? We're going to see. Put them in the lights. Put them in the lights. Bert Jackson. Oh, yeah. Getting in it, getting out of it, but he still stayed in it.
Bring on the dog. Get it. And bring the Pontiacs. Yeah. Bring the Toyota. Yeah. And you can bring the Ford. Yeah. And bring the heavy Chevy.
Rock base the mouth of the house, mouth of the cut. Rock base the mouth of the house, mouth of the cut. Later on when we get down this quarter mile. Hey Keith, good to talk to you.
That's Mark.
Cut.
You know that's going on the blooper reel.
Yeah, there you go. We got
You know that's
bloopers
going on
too.
the
But my
blooper
middle
reel.
name is Keith.
That's all right.
Oh, man.
What?
You close his eyes.
Now, boy, as soon as you close your eyes, that's
Oh,
what
man.
it's that.
You get it again.
Come here, quick.
Waste the camera, man.
Fun. Right now, me and
Ali.
Wait. Cut.
What you
All right.
ready?
You just holler action when you get ready.
Yeah, you ain't gonna go through the whole thing, or we gonna just hit it from the hip then?
Just hit it from the hip.
Okay, go for it.
Well, goddamn, it's time for him to pay the piper. No, damn Camaro. And you looking for this motherfucker say, damn, we gonna kick some ass today.